So we're back with another match ramble, and not the most insane one, but I'll explain my reasoning behind choosing it. We have in New Japan Destruction in Hiroshima 2016. Adam Cole, BayBay, defended his Ring of Honor Championship against Will Ospreay. Now, the reasoning behind I chose this match is, frankly, I just think it's wild that we have a singles match between these two, and I think there's only one other in existence. And I think that was after this, if I'm not mistaken. But it's I just saw this, I was scrolling, I was like, oh fuck, that's an interesting, collab of two people. And I don't think I've made it fully aware for, recency on the page. I think Adam Cole's incredible. I do. I think Adam Cole's one of the most underappreciated performers we've ever had in wrestling. And Will Ospreay is just fucking Will Ospreay. What else is there to say? And what I really enjoy, so in this match, it's only 10, 15 minutes. I don't even think it's 15 minutes. And it's what I really like about this match, it feels like two different styles of wrestling. Now, that sounds stupid because, you always get say Okada versus Kenny, for instance. That's two different styles of wrestling as well, but this is so pronounced in terms of the cultures. I feel like Adam Cole is such a great example of what American wrestling is, especially at one of its peaks. And Will Ospreay is a perfect example of what Japanese wrestling can be. I feel like at this point, very much, don't get me wrong, I think Adam Cole's not far off his peak. It's definitely towards black and gold era. And obviously, Ospreay's still very young here. He's still during his British, very much his British, I think he's still Super Juniors era at this point. 2016, he must be. And the match, like I say, it's a really good example of whenever someone else is in control, so either Ospreay or Cole, it feels very, the match changes. It shows the pair their versatilities excellently. Ospreay's speed here is obviously the main thing that gets Cole, but Cole's experience and how he's able to control the match and control it for the most part is definitely his biggest attribute. What I like is that obviously you still get the smugness of the Adam Cole, baby. He's doing that after a move, and then Ospreay gets him. This is early on, and he goes, Ospreay, baby. So there's definitely that whole stuff going on. So you really get that character from Cole, obviously. And even Ospreay has that little, that arrogance in him, which I do always like from Ospreay. And the match itself, like I say, when Cole's getting it, Cole hits some good shit. Cole's a lot more smarter than Ospreay here. But whatever Ospreay does, it's overwhelming. And I feel like that's a great example of both wrestlers. I feel like whenever I watch Adam Cole, I'm a big Cole fan. Whenever I watch Cole, he's always trying to either has control or trying to gain control. And I think that's what really gets him, because he's obviously very smart like that. That's why I think him and MJF were, because they were both smart and harder type of guys. But obviously Cole a bit more precise. That's exactly what I'd use for Adam Cole, precise. But Ospreay, the hidden blades, the fucking insecurities, everything he does, Jesus Christ. You know what Ospreay's like now, at a younger age, when he's a bit more athletic, even though he's still athletic, Jesus. You get my point? He's so fucking wild. It's so good. What I like is the finish is great. So, during the match, as you expect, there's a bunch of... It's a real good example of a back and forth, and it's a good show out from Cole, too. Because whenever Ospreay's in these moments, this is towards the end, I'll jump ahead. Ospreay's about to do, I think it's an Oscutter. He goes to the middle rope, basically a springboard Oscutter. And then Cole, I thought they were going to do the Ricochet spot from NXT before it, and I was like, how's no one seen this? Where, he kicks him in the head as the flip, but he kicks his leg while he's on the rope. I'm like, that's brilliant. That's a perfect example of what Adam Cole is to me. I really like that. I think Adam Cole, when he does these little snipes, these where it feels like a snake, I love it. And then as it continues, in the middle of the match, it's would I say it's a classic? No, it's definitely not a classic, but they have stuff there that you again, as a wrestling fan, if you get more and more into the business, it's a great example of just the small things that you enjoy. It's the small things you pick on. Again, the character work from both of the guys, the kick outs, it does revolve. It has a nice build, but it does revolve into big move pin, and that's fine. I feel like that's kind of a staple of Cole matches at this point, but I've got no problem. That just is something that needs to be said. And what I do like is the shit that Adam Cole delivers to Ospreay. A brainbuster, a Panama Sunrise, obviously the boom with the fat. I forget what the one where he does basically he does a dive, but he hits him at the end of the fight. I always call it the boom. I don't know what it's fucking called at this point. And obviously Ospreay's entire moveset with the speed, and I love, like, genuinely, whenever Ospreay counters something with Cole, it changes into a different match. It feels like a universe shift. It's fucking nuts, and I really like that. The finish, like I said, is brilliant. I think the finish where it does become again kick, big move pin, but the kickouts do feel built up. Like, it's not just, oh, we're just doing kickouts from the start. We're building them up, and what I like is the Brainbusters Cole delivers to him are fucking nuts, and basically Cole does that move where he does the kick to the springboard when Ospreay's about to get him. Because Ospreay does a lot of kicks to Adam Cole's head, which are really fucking good. Like, it's like Cole sets up, I forget what it is, I think he was just going for a basic running knee to when Ospreay was in the corner, and Ospreay just catches him with a fucking kick to the face. It's brilliant. Brilliant work. And I think that's what really, Ospreay's still sharp and he could still counter, but frankly just not as good as Cole. But when he does catch him, it obviously is well worked. And what I like is the finish. So Adam Cole does hit Ospreay in the leg when he's doing the springboard for the Os Cutter, hits him with a Panama Sunrise, then goes for the Brainbuster. Boom, 1, 2, 3. You knew that was the finish at that point, and it was really good. It was a good example of not a classic, not like an all-time classic, but you know what I mean? Just like bog standard, good work from both guys. Good example. You know, this is a standard Ospreay match, this is a standard Cole match, but they're still high level. That's what I really enjoy about it. It does show, it's a testament to both of these quality where it's kind of it feels like the crowd aren't into it. It's like I think this is before, I think Kenny was a main event. I don't think it was against Naito. I forget what it was. It was Destruction, whatever. It was 2016 event. It probably was Kenny. And it's like, it's definitely not the match people are looking forward to, but it's like, even at that match, it's like when any pay-per-view has that match where you're like, oh, we just need to wait, cool it down, and then get to the main event. It definitely is in that position. I think it's fair, last in the cards, but it still serves a very good purpose and it still works it very well. That's what I really enjoy. And I think, again, it's just an example of just young Ospreay. You could obviously see the potential there even back then, but Jesus, Cole's a mastermind. I love Adam Cole. I really do wish we get him back. It just makes you miss him. But Jesus, just as a match, I think it's great. I think it's a great little match. I think the finish is phenomenal. Well, phenomenal. I think the finish is really fucking good. I do. I think the finish, when you watch it, it's just like, boom, and it doesn't feel overplayed. It doesn't feel like, oh my god. It's just like, it's simple. It's not expected, but it's like, it makes sense. It doesn't treat like, it's weird to describe, but it's a smart finish. And for an Adam Cole match, obviously that works, and it doesn't make Ospreay look weak. And that's what I like about it, especially for a young guy like Ospreay at this point. They don't make Ospreay look like weak or a fool. They just make him look inexperienced and lack control, which, you know, against someone like an Adam Cole, a lot of people, even as experienced as they are going to struggle with. So he held his own, but overall, just Cole's the best. He retains the belt, as you expect. But overall, pretty fun match. I don't regret watching it, but I just thought it was interesting going in, and yeah, it delivered to what my interest was. So definitely a fun match to watch, definitely. So yeah, that's my thoughts on Adam Cole and Will Ospreay's match in New Japan Dominion in Hiroshima 2016. Let me know what you think of Adam Cole and Will Ospreay individually. Let me know if you've seen this match before, and overall, let me know of other matches you would like me to talk about, because I've got a list and I'm going to work through it eventually one of these days.